Almost half of Americans set New Year's resolutions each year.
And a quarter of these people quit within a week.
And only about 10% actually keep their resolutions to the end of the year.
So let's talk about some of these common resolutions
related to food and nutrition.
And we'll share our opinions. Welcome to our channel, Inc. Nutrition. We're all about mind, body, and food. My name is Jack, a registered dietitian.
Hello, my name is Hannah Siebert, and I am a preschool teacher in the outdoor realm.
Welcome back. We've missed you.
Thank you. I've missed being here.
You make it all better.
Oh, shucks. I know.
So, it's about that time. Everyone, even your dog, are thinking about how they want to be better in 2023.
And that is fantastic. But are your goals actually attainable? Are they realistic?
Seriously. Let's look at some of the most popular resolutions and discuss how we can make them a little more achievable.
Yes, especially related to food and nutrition, which are the majority of all New Year's resolutions. Number 1.
Eliminate all added sugar from our diet?
We've heard that before.
I do think that we should, of course, limit our sugar intake, but completely eliminating it altogether, that's unrealistic.
It's insane!
It's everywhere. I mean, we've been doing it for so long, so I think we should just take smaller steps.
Agreed. Yeah. So thinking about one item that you consume a lot of sugar, saying maybe you try the first 2 months with absolutely no soda or pop if you're from the Midwest.
Or you don't place any restrictions on your dessert intake. Yeah. With one caveat, you have to make your dessert from scratch. All right?
Number 2, eat more vegetables. Sounds vague? Yeah, 'cause it is. So maybe we focus instead on breaking it down month by month.
Yeah, exactly. Make it a little bit more attainable. Treat it as like a little challenge, a game. So for example, in January, that could be your leafy green month.
Woo!
Maybe have 2 green smoothies per week.
Delicious. In February, maybe you focus on soups. You know, it's cold, it's chilly. You can have veggie soup, 1 veggie soup per week. So butternut squash, bean, minestrone, potato leek soup, so on and so forth.
Yum, yum, yum. And then when it comes to March, you can focus on sides. There's a lot of yummy veggie sides, especially when you're eating out. There's typically on the menu always an option for like a seasonal roasted vegetable side or medley. Give it a shot.
Yes, and April, maybe you focus on snack substitution. So maybe peppers and carrots with hummus.
Yum, yum, yum. Resolution number 3. This is obviously a huge popular one. Exercise more.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I think most of us want to do this, but my first tip here is to just narrow that down. Be more specific. That's very broad, but if you make it measurable, there's a better chance that you'll stick with it.
Sure.
So maybe just exercise twice a week, 30 minutes at a time, anything to really get that heart rate up. Start small, go from there. And if you work at home, which a lot of us do, maybe just carve out 1 hour of that day to stand. Okay, it just gets that circulation going. It's not exercise, but it is movement, and it is better than just sitting on your bum.
That's true. And if you want to become a regular exerciser, it is important to think about things that you love to do, right? Through a long period of time, you must learn to love moving your body, and that can look a lot of different ways. It can look like joining a basketball league on Tuesday nights, or taking a pole dancing class, or doing yoga, or walking your dog, or stretching. Whatever that looks like for you, that intrinsic motivation is very important to make your goals sustainable.
As beautifully said, you just ultimately have to change your mindset around physical activity and choose activities that you just enjoy.
Learn to love. Resolution number 4, cook more at home. So, one tip here is to consider cooking 1 more meal at home than what you're usually doing. So if you're cooking 1 meal a day at home, try cooking 2. If you're not cooking any, try cooking 1 per day.
Another thing to consider is to keep your fridge and pantry stocked with all the staples.
Staples? What about sticky notes?
All this. Yeah.
Haha! Just kidding.
Another tip is to make 1 homemade sauce or condiment per week.
This is very helpful, because if you find yourself scrambling, you can basically flavorize anything that you have with 1 sauce or condiment that you have made earlier in the week.
Keep it tasty.
Another thing is to make one piece of food in bulk per week, whether that's chicken or brown rice or lentils, something that you can add as a backbone of your meal or two throughout the week is very helpful, very easy and doable.
Good suggestion.
Thanks. Resolution number 5, which we don't hear super often, but we do wish that we heard more, is to eat more sustainably.
Yes, there are many ways you can do this. 2 tips or 2 suggestions here. One, you can be a part of a CSA, community supported agriculture. Almost every community has this, every town has this. You can just Google that, CSA near me, and you're just gonna get a nice variety of foods each week, so you don't have to worry about what your produce looks like.
Woo! Groovy!
Yeah, it's very helpful.
For yourself and the planet.
Yeah, for sure. Number 2 is to compost. Please, we need to start composting. I'll admit, we need to also work on this, okay? And some communities make this easier for sure. But if you can make that one adjustment, one goal to just try to compost more in 2023, you're doing the earth some good.
Number 6, we hear this all the time, is the goal in resolutions to lose X amount of pounds.
I think this really is fine. Let's say your goal is to lose 15 pounds over the course of the year. That really is okay. You just have to be very realistic and build your plan based on true behavioral change, habit formation, rather than kind of focusing just on calorie counting, for example.
Exactly. So think tiny, gradual, long-term process, and setting up a introduction or consultation with a dietitian may really help.
Please. Popular resolution number 7, eat out less. I do love this, but let's be more specific once again. So maybe eat out just one less time than you normally do per day or per week. I tend to like to recommend to eat out a max of 1 time a day. But if that's too easy for you, you can move that to the week. Just put a time stamp on it.
What is one meal that you commonly eat out? And you take that and then you learn how to make that. So if it's Friday night pizza night, maybe you learn how to make your own dough. You and the family create your own pizzas, add whatever you like. It's a bonding experience, it's creative, and then you are also eating in.
Resolution number 8, avoiding red meat. Now, again, I think avoiding really any food is not great, unless of course your body just doesn't tolerate it. And when it comes to red meat in particular, it tends to get bad reputation for its saturated fat content. But as we are seeing in the emerging research, saturated fat actually may not be as bad as we think.
Great. Maybe some things here that you can focus on is maybe 1 day a week not having any meat at all. Growing up in a family where if you didn't have meat in your meal, it wasn't a complete meal, we have learned that this is not true. There's many things that you can do to subsidize for protein and other things like that without having red meat. Plant forward is the best way forward.
The power of plants is real.
Yeah. We like asparagus. Number 9, drink more water.
Yeah, I think this is often a common goal or resolution for many people.
Yep.
But again, that's ambiguous.
Always.
So one thing I'd like to suggest is to start your morning off with 1 glass of water. This is a habit that you can develop pretty easy.
I have to say, I have made a promise to myself that I will not have a glass or a cup of coffee without having a full glass of water first. And that forces me to drink a big cup of water because I don't go to work without my coffee.
You need like a visual stimulus, right? You see the cup, you drink the cup.
Boom!
And the final resolution that we're gonna review today is eliminate all caffeine. Wow, that would be extremely difficult.
Truly.
Is it even recommended?
No!
I mean, caffeine in excess, like anything else, is not bueno, no good. I probably shouldn't say that. I think if you just reduce your caffeine intake, if you normally have 2 cups, aim for just 1 cup of coffee a day, and not having it too late in the day could be another goal.
So, some takeaway tips before the new year is 1, be specific. Do not set yourself up for failure.
Yeah, make it measurable, right? Or break it down month by month. or create a roadmap. I really like this. Hear this out.
Hearing.
So you have one overarching goal, let's say weight loss. I want to lose 10 pounds. That's your big piece. Now you create, let's say, 4 measurable goals around that to ultimately get you to get to that goal. And then within each of those goals, you break down 3 strategies to make you meet that goal. So
takeaway tip number 2 is keep it small. Keep it simple. Make it easy for yourself. If you are trying to change your whole lifestyle in one day, starting January 1st, it will not work. Start implementing small, tiny habits that can change over a period of time.
And the final takeaway tip is to positively state your resolution. So think about, what can I add rather than what can I remove? Research does show when you frame a goal this way, there is a greater chance that you will be able to be successful with that goal. So there you have it. That was our review of some very common health-related New Year's resolutions. Maybe some of you have those or have tried those in the past, but they were too broad, too difficult to tackle. So maybe, you know, some of the more specific things we recommend will make it easier.
So please leave us your New Year's resolutions in the comments below. And if you need any help, make sure you schedule an online consult with a dietitian from Inc. Nutrition.
Yeah, again, my name is Jack, Registered Dietitian.
I'm Hannah, I'm an outdoor educator, and we will see you next year.
Peace. Everybody have a wonderful New Year's. You have to eliminate... Okay, so start that one over.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, treat it like some... You ask me, so let's just reduce our intake.
Wait,
If you know.
stop. I got lipstick on my chin. Go.
Truly for success, that way you feel good and you're motivated to continue doing. Need water.
Go on there, Jimmy. Move on forward, yeah. Okay, go.